What's up guys, it's Charles here with Rocket Punch Army to do a review of the Combiner Wars Megatron. This is a follow-up to the Armada Megatron I just reviewed, so if you didn't see that, make sure you check it out. Otherwise, stay here and watch this review. So here's the box. We're just checking out the back real quick. I just showed you the front. It's got a little bio here. It's got the pictures of him in robot mode and vehicle mode. Instead of his normal gun self, obviously for, legal reasons here in the US, he has to be a tank, not an actual gun. If you're interested in picking this up, you can click the link below to BigBadToyStore.com. Otherwise, let's go ahead and check this guy out. Now, before we actually take a look at Megatron, just want to let you know that this guy does come with a little collector card here, just like the other Combiner Wars figures, but a nice little surprise were these little decals here, which have little detailing just like the G1 toy right here. So if you wanted to add those on, you could. I'm not going to, but it's nice that it's included, and obviously you get instructions so you know what the hell you're doing when it comes time to transform him into his tank mode. You also get a missile here, which I will go ahead and attach right now just so I don't lose it. Alright, pop that right in there. He's also got this rifle here, which does split into two, just like the Armada Megatron. So pretty much this is identical to the Armada Megatron, except for colors and head sculpt. I haven't seen or read too many reviews on this guy, so I don't know if other people have these complaints, but it almost seems like this guy has like the uneven kind of ratchet syndrome, which I tend not to like. Some people like to have this dynamic pose, and it's probably not even that dynamic. It's pretty neutral. Having him look like he's ready for a fight when he's on display, I kind of like a more neutral look, but not way too neutral, where these legs have to be like this. I really don't like that either. I just wish it had like just a ratchet halfway in between. And same thing with the arms. They're either just really straight on the side or out this way. But other than that, I really don't have much complaints. It's still a little floppy here, but that's pretty much the same as your Armada Megatron. I mean, it has a whole G1-esque style to it from the cartoon, but obviously more modernized, more paneling, and obviously these treads here, but the coloring is just right. I'm absolutely in love with this guy. So let's move ahead. We are going to check out the articulation. Same thing as Armada Megatron. You have the head that goes side to side. You get the up and down movement. You get these shoulders here, which go out this way, and you also have these little spring-loaded ratchets. Again, a little loose here. You can actually pull on them. So hopefully nothing happens with that after tons of play. But you have the shoulders back and forth. You have the bicep swivel. You have the rotating fist here. You have the waist joint, which is a little limited and actually pretty tight on this. But you can always pop this up a little higher if you needed to get more range. You also have the little flaps here that go up a little bit so that you can actually bring the leg out. Ratcheted hips, as you saw. Forward, back, and you also get the ratcheted knees. This movement here is more for transformation. There's no ankle tilt, which is a little saddening, seeing as if the legs are split, you have this big gap here when he's actually standing like this, which I don't really like. If the ankles could actually angle, it would look a lot better. What I find strange though is that actually looking in here, you do see a pin here, which allows the movement here that you want. It's just these panels are in the way, and of course you're not going to cut this out since this forms part of the tank, but it's there. It's like it's built in. It just, you can't use it. And again, like the Armada Megatron, I feel like he's leaning forward a little bit, and even if you angle the legs back, then he just looks a little strange, like he's like busting his chest out. So I wish there was like just another ratchet. It's just missing like a ratchet. Or either that or the ratchets are a little offset. Right here it looks like he's just leaning forward. Now if you have a nice rough, I guess, display area like wood or something, it's fine the way his legs are, but if you put it on glass, I notice mine starts doing this, and I do have glass display, so I lay it down and then eventually I just find him like this, which I really don't like. Now we're going to look at his face, which I'm so picky with Megatron head sculpts, and I think this is one of the best that I've seen coming from Hasbro. I'm sure a lot of other people probably have their own opinions, but for me, at least from what I have, this is the best one so far. It just has that look. It just has that G1 look, which I love, and it's got the light piping in the eyes. You see it kind of shows through there. I'll do a couple of comparisons. Here he is with his mold brother Armada Megatron, and here he is with another familiar leader class figure, Jetfire. And here he is with the very first leader figure I've ever bought, the Optimus Prime from the movies. and the Voyager size Optimus Prime, also from Combiner Wars, but it looks like he's just waiting to get his lunch money stolen by Megatron. Now, I would have loved to compare this to Apollyon, but I was not able to source a pre-production sample, but the review will be coming soon, in which I will compare it to this anyway. So I think now, oh actually I guys didn't even show you, what do you call it, the little shooting feature here, which is just like Armada Megatron. And having shown you that, I guess we can go ahead and transform this guy to check out his alternate mode. Alright, so here he is in alternate mode, tank mode. Oh my lord, this thing is beautiful. I thought the Armada Megatron vehicle mode was beautiful. This is absolutely crazy. It's a lot of silver. It really looks very nice and metally. Really works with this Megatron. I absolutely love it. I'm one of those believers that Megatron should be a handgun. You know, I'm from the 80s, but this tank mode, oh wow, I'm really digging it. You'll notice I put the two little guns up here. I almost couldn't get this gun in because this hole was actually plugged in by this little red thing here. It's like a little nub, which seems to be made out of blue plastic underneath, if you can see that, and it's got like a thick layer of red paint, and then there's a little bit of silver. I actually forced the gun through and it popped out, so that's obviously during the manufacturing, but that was a little strange. I've never seen that in a Hasbro toy. I know they've moved production over to Vietnam. I don't know, most of the stuff has been made in China, but I've never ever run across anything like that on a Hasbro toy. But anyway, so here he is. Same thing with Armada Megatron. I'm not sure where this thing is really supposed to go. It kind of looks like it just lays there in the instructions. But like I showed you in the other review, these tabs fit right underneath, and it kind of looks like it's the back of that. And it fits, even the angles are correct, but it won't allow the movement of the turret here. What you can also do is just pass it along through here, and it becomes like the cover back here, so you don't have that gaping hole. So really, whatever looks good to you guys, I'm just gonna leave it there. And again, you got the rotating turret, which is on ratchets, so you can hear right there. And what I think is one of the awesomest things done with these with this mold in the Armada Megatron is the working treads. I said it before and I'll say it again, Hasbro could have really dropped the ball here and just given us cheap plastic looking treads without being able to even see through and put your finger through there, but they didn't. I don't know what happened, but they actually did something really awesome, and I love the way the wheel here, the little teeth go into the actual rubber. So, you know, as long as these treads are moving, this back here will be moving also, just to give it a little bit of a cool effect. Again, I don't know if these treads are going to last. I'm not sure if this is natural rubber or some kind of other soft plastic, maybe like PVC, maybe it will last. I don't know. As a matter of fact, let's just look at these two together while we have them here. I'm actually kind of impressed and speechless at the same time, because I really did not expect these things to look as good as they do. So it's making the $50 price tag a little easier to swallow for me. It's been a while since I've really seen Hasbro stuff have this much detail. It's like they really took the time with these and wanted to make the best product possible for the price. I'm actually in love with this. I'm glad I got it, guys. If you want to do the same, get your own, you can click the link below, bigbadtoystore.com, where you can find this and a bunch of other cool stuff. If you're enjoying the videos, please subscribe, guys. Support the channel. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I tend to respond to as many comments as I can or questions. Until next time, guys, bye-bye.